Hey everyone, what's up? My name is Fabiii and welcome to my first video on my YouTube channel. Alright, so we all know the gear crunch in DSA is real. Especially with all these new characters coming out, you want to make sure that your gear stash is ready to go and you don't spread yourself too thin. I know that gearing up your favorite characters can be difficult, which is why I'm going to share with you what materials to focus on and the best way to farm them. Let's jump right in. Okay, so first off, I'd recommend implementing farming gear into your daily gameplay. You want to make sure that you use up all your available energy and your club currency, that way you get the most out of them. Just in general, all these pieces that I'm going to be talking about in this video, from my personal experience, I always find I need those more than others. Now for this video, I'm going to skip T1 material just because you probably already have a lot of that and it's pretty easy to come by. So let's take a look at T2 and 3. Now just in general, health pieces are super important, just because every character across the board needs multiple of them, which is why I have the health piece in T2 as the most important piece. The best way to get that piece is just farming it on a campaign node. Now for T3, I decided to go with the Tenacity and Potency broom, just because you need the same broom for two different stats, and all the other brooms are pretty easy to come by. Now for that one, the best way to farm it is in the club exchange. Alright, so next up, T4 category. Now for this one, I highly recommend farming it in the club exchange just because you'll have a lot of club currency available if you're in a decent club, and it's just the easiest and most efficient way to farm it. For this category, I think the most important pieces are health, offense, tenacity, obviously the base piece, potency, and the speed piece. These are the pieces that I always need the most, so I would recommend focusing on farming those pieces in the club exchange. Next up, let's look at T5. With these pieces, I highly recommend farming them on campaign nodes, so that way you can use up all your energy that you have throughout the day, put it all towards the T5 materials, and you should be ready to go. To me, the most important pieces in this category are the potency and tenacity piece, the health piece, offense piece, and the speed piece. Especially the gray potency and tenacity piece is super important just because you need the same piece for two stats, so you want to make sure that you have plenty of that. And of course, health because health.
You have sustained no injuries.
Next up, let's take a look at T6 materials. Now for those, I would recommend farming them on campaign nodes just like the T5 material, and you can easily alternate days. So let's say on Monday you farm the T5 health piece, and on Tuesday you farm the T6 speed piece. I also think the token exchange is a great way to farm those T6 pieces. And again, same as T5, the most important pieces are the potency and tenacity piece, the health piece, offense piece, and speed piece. Another thing I want to talk about is spooky coins. So you probably already know by now that spooky coins are a great way to get some extra energy in for you, and if you have the resources available, get them in the store, use your gems on them, and then save the coins. I would recommend saving them until the very last day because I think it's very likely that we're gonna get another double drop gear event, and you want to make sure that you use all the coins once the event hits, and that way you have lots of energy available to use all towards your double drops. Alright, so next up, T7 materials. In general, I would say don't use your energy on T7 pieces. The drop rates are absolutely horrid and you don't want to waste your energy on those materials. As I said before, use your energy on T5 and T6. That's how you get the most out of it. My personal opinion is leave those pieces alone unless you want to spend money on the game and buy a T7 bundle in the store, then that's great, go for it. I think those are great value. Another option is if you do have the gems available, you can farm them in the premium exchange, just because, as I said, the drop rates are really bad and it's 16 energy per node. It's not really worth it in my opinion, and I think the premium exchange will give you much better value if you have the gems available. The reason why I said leave those pieces alone for now is because obviously we don't know for sure, but I do think that with raids coming to the game soon, that the T7 material is gonna be part of the rewards. So I don't think personally it's worth it spending your energy on those pieces right now. The only piece I would recommend farming in the club exchange is the dream piece. That's the purple one with the moon, just because every character definitely needs those and the value isn't too bad in the club exchange. Alright everyone, that's it for today's video. Now, as I said before, those are my personal opinions just from experience on what materials are the most important ones. And if you want to take another look at the graphics that I made, you can follow me on Twitter. I'm going to put it down in the description box. And if you like the video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be posting more videos in the next coming weeks. Hit the bell, and thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.